Hello everyone, how are you? And welcome to Grafted Technology. In this video, I want to show you how you can use Google Forms to curate survey. Google Forms is a survey administration software by Google. To get access to your Google Form, what you need to do is just go to Google and type in Google Forms. The first link there, click on it so it takes you straight to Google Forms. So click on that. Another way to sign into Google Forms would be you signing into your Gmail account. All right, go to the apps section, or from here, you see I'm signed in. Go to the apps section, scroll all the way down to look for your Google Forms. Okay, there it is, and then you click on it. Okay, now it's open. This section you will see recent forms. So I haven't created any form using this particular account. Okay, now from here you can create a blank form. You can even use the templates that are here. Now this depends on the type of form or survey that you want to create. Okay, so you can see these templates, each of those, this is contact information. You want to generate a form to gather contact information of whoever, and then RSVP, party invite template, and t-shirt sign up. So all this depends on what it is you want to curate. Now I'm going to take you straight to creating the blank form so you can see how this goes. Otherwise, you can decide to choose any of the templates and you can still edit it based on the information that you will see in this blank section. Okay, so let's click the blank form. Right, so over here we have the blank form. So it's always important to create your questions before you start creating your survey form. So right now I already created my questions. So what I would just do is copy and paste those questions. But I'm going to show you how you can navigate around your Google form to set it up and to build your survey. All right. So got it. So I'm just going to stop that. Now, before we go into that, I like to take you through the platform of the Google form so you are able to understand each of those buttons, what or icons, what they represent. Now, by default, when you sign in, what you would see is the question section that gives you access to start building your question. Now, the next one here is responses. This is where you would go to see those who have responded to your survey. You just come here and click and you will see the numbers of people who have responded. You will see how that works. And here is a setting side. The settings allow you to set up your form properly. Now here is called the theme. This is where you customize your theme. So if I click on this section, all right, here you will see the theme, you'll see text style, you'll see the header. Here is the header. Okay, this is the font type. You can change the font to what you want, the font type to whatever it is you want, and you change the font size. Now the questions, you might decide also to change the font type of the questions, which is here, the type and the size. And the test, the same thing. Test would be entry section, how it would look like. Okay, that's what this aspect is all about. The color section, you might want to change the color of your form. All right, I can click on that. You'll see the background of the form. Okay, again, depending on what it is you're working on. So let's work with this particular one. Is a green color, or you remove the background color by clicking on that. Now we don't have the background color. I might just use the green color. Let's work with that. So basically that's it to it. The view allows you to preview the form that you've created. All right, now here is undo. You go back to what you did initially and you redo. If you've used Microsoft Word, you will know understand that section. So travel survey. Okay, now I'll just paste that there. Form description, I'll copy and paste whatever it is I have to say. So just copy and paste. Now this enables people to just know what this is about. Okay, now I'll come to this section and click. The first question here, I said, what is your name? Right. Okay, now over here you will see by default it chooses what actually matches this. You'll see here it says short answer, but you can change it. So from here, you can change to what you want. The paragraph here simply means if you want to enter lengthy names or type in an essay, or but not the short answer, but something quite lengthy, you choose the paragraph. If it's a multiple choice question, choose that. So I would like to choose paragraph because some people have quite a lengthy name. Now from here I can delete. Okay, now here it says required. I can toggle this to turn it on if this is an important section. People would not go past this section if they do not enter their name. All right, so to create questions, you come to this point and click add question. Okay, you'll see that asterisk there, meaning it's an important required section to key in. Now the next question I want to say, what is your age group? What is your age group? Okay, once you enter that, then come over here, option 1, you click and type in the option, maybe 18 to 24. To add next option, come over here and click add option. 25 to 34, 35 to 44, and the next one will be 45 to 54. Okay, now we might just want to stop at this point. Okay, you just see how to add multiple choice questions, and the good thing about Google Docs is by default it just selects that for you. Okay, if you have other, all right, you can just say add other. Okay, perhaps the age group was not listed here, so the person can just go ahead and type in the exact age. Okay, now let's move forward. We want to add more questions. I'll click on that. Okay, so let's see if we can have about 5 questions, right? So I'll copy that question and paste. What is your gender? Right, so I'll come here, click the gender, let's call this male, and come here, click add option, and we'll call that female. All right, options, or we just come here and click other. Okay, other, and I want this to be required question to be answered, so I'll come here and turn this on, meaning required. Okay, right, so by default it chose multiple choice. Okay, so I'll click again. I'll just copy and paste to save time. How often do you travel per year? Okay, come to the options section. We can say once a year. Click here to add second option. We can say 2 to 3 times a year. Okay, so that's how you create form. Okay, you can keep going on and on to add options, or we can say here other. Okay, different option. 3 to 4 times a year. This section we can now leave it as the other option, so people can choose or type in what they want. All right, so we're not going to make it required, we'll just let it be like so. I want to add more questions. Click to add another question. I'll copy the question and add here. I hope you're finding this interesting. Okay, so what type of traveler are you? The option here we would say leisure traveler. Add option, we can say budget. Yeah, people always calculate their budget before they can travel, right? So budget traveler. So let's, okay, so another option here would be the luxury. People most times travel based on business. Okay, and we can decide to add the option of other. If the options are not here, they can type in why they want to travel, because there are quite a lot of reasons why you would want to travel. Okay, so I'll go ahead and add another question. Do you have any allergies or dietary restrictions? Choose short answer, we can say no or yes, or we can decide to choose the paragraph, so we actually get to know what type of allergies. So in this section, I might want to further say, please explain. All right, so it's important to know what type of allergy. Yes, I do have an allergy, all this is all about what you want in your form. Okay, so let's create the next question. What type of destination do you prefer? We'll end here. So I'll paste this, and the option here, we will type city. Next option, we will say the beach. Next option, we would say mountains. Click again, cultural, would say adventure. Okay, and there are quite a lot of things, maybe countryside. Some people may not like the city, so we'll say countryside. We can now further say click on the other. Okay, people give people the privilege to add whatever it is they want. Right, so I like to stop here so you can see that this is how you can create form. Is quite straight to the point, step by step. All right, now in this section, all right, we did work on add questions and all of that. Look at this section, import question. All right, from start, if you had created your question, say in Microsoft Word, you might just want to import it into your Google form. But I wanted to just create it from scratch. Now here we have add title and description. Now in this section, you'll see there are different sections. If you want, you can add title and description in that section. Add an image, you can add that. You might also want to add a video. Okay, so that is straight to the point. You might just go through that and see how all of that works. Okay, now let's go to the settings section. Scroll a little bit down to the defaults. So here I want to look at the defaults. I'll be looking at question defaults. Okay, make questions required by default. Okay, so I can toggle this on so it can show that the questions that are required will have that asterisk and it has to be filled. That is it. So I go back to my question. All right, we didn't get to use this because I had no need for them. Now I want to add a theme. Okay, right, go all the way down. I want to add a picture, choose an image. All right, so I might just work on school. I can just choose the first one, right? So I'll click and click insert. Then close that. Okay, now this is how it looks when you insert an image in your form. All right, let's preview the form that we just created. So right here we're in the form. So what is your name? I would now type in James. Okay, what is your full name is important, James Mark. All right. Okay, what is your age group? Let's say age group. That is the age group. What is your gender? Male, because you see it's important. How often do you travel per year? 2 times a year. Important. What type of traveler are you? Leisure, budget. Let's choose the budget traveler. Do you have any allergies? Remember, it was a long one. We can say no. None that I know of, because it just allows us to type in certain things. What type of destination do you prefer? Okay, so I'll click on that. Mountain, city. I would like countryside. And that's all. When you finish, you click submit. Now the form has been submitted. If I go back to the main point, like I did mention to you, once the survey is completed and submitted, you will find in this section the responses. So I'll click on the responses, and the response section or tab gives you a summary of what you have received. Okay, now what is your name? You see the person's name and it gives you a summary. Okay, all right, this is how it comes out. It summarizes it. So if you have sent this form to quite a lot of people, it's going to summarize this for you. Okay, so if you don't like what is here, you can import it to the Google Sheets and then from there download it. So let's see how that is. So I'll click here. Right, create a new spreadsheet. Okay, that's what we want. So I'll click on the curate. Okay, now this is the spreadsheet that it created from our Google form. Once you have the spreadsheet here, you can download it by coming to this point, click file, and you can now go to this point, download, and download as Microsoft Excel. Okay, back to the questions. There's something I needed to point out here. If you look at this particular question, right, in your Google form, you will see here, it is what type of traveler are you? Now, some responders might want to choose more than one option. So if we go to the preview, like you earlier saw, you'll see that that section only allows you to choose one option. Trying to choose multiple options, but it doesn't allow me to do so. So I will show you how to do that. I'll close this section and go back to the form itself. Now, if you want to enable multiple options for a particular question, so what you need to do is you come to this point where you have what type of question you want to make. Click the more arrow. This is where you choose check boxes. Okay, so I'll click on that check boxes. Now here you will see it is now different from these ones. I will now take you to the preview section so you can see. Come over here and click on the preview. So here is the preview of the form. I'll scroll down to find that section. Okay, what type of traveler are you? Luxury traveler, leisure. You see, I can select as much as possible. Okay, so you choose the checkboxes to allow responders choose multiple answers. Okay, now I want to show you something else. Back to that the questions section. Okay, now if we go back to that point, right, this is drop down. So if we click on that to convert this to drop down, this is what it will look like. Now let's go to the preview section and see how responders can key in their answers. Okay, so here is a preview of the form. I'll scroll all the way to that question type. Okay, this is it over here. You see how it now looks. What type of traveler are you? You made a list of those answers. So in this case, a responder can only choose one if you want to use the drop down. Right. Okay, that's what I wanted to make sure that you see. Now let me show you something else. When you finish completing the form, all right, it would and submit the form, you will have something similar like this. You can then click here to submit another form or just close. So back to the form itself, you've seen how you can actually fill up the form. Right, now this time, let's send the form out to people or to responders. What do? You come over here, you would see send, click the button. Now this section comes out. There's different ways you can send to people. So send via email. Here you can type in the name of the persons that you want to send this to, and the subject is travel survey. Then the message here, you can type in whatever it is you want, but here is short. I have invited you to fill out a form. Put a tick here, include form in email, which is important, include it, and then you click send. Or you can come over here and grab the link. So you can see it's a very long link. You can put a tick here to get a short form or a shortened URL link that you can then use to send to people to respond to via WhatsApp, email, and so forth. So you copy it here and you send out to people. So basically that is how you get your link and people will begin to fill. Now if I go back to the form, once they finish filling, this is where you would come to find all the responses and then do with it however you please. Now there's something I didn't mention here. This section, all right, make a copy. You can make a copy. You can move to trash. You can print your form. You can add collaborators so they can see what is going on. And basically that is it. Right, so basically that's it. If you enjoyed this video, please drop a comment in the comment section below. Let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know the kind of video you want to see again. If you want to learn how to use the Microsoft Forms, okay, click the video that appears right here, okay, and then I'll see you guys in the next video. Remember to like, share, and subscribe if you haven't done so yet. Bye, everyone.